Waking up and changing your life begins with a simple decision. A quiet promise to yourself that today will not be a repeat of yesterday. Every morning gives you a fresh page, a brand new chance to rewrite your story. But most people let that opportunity slip away because they underestimate the power of small beginnings. The truth is, change doesn't start with a big event. It starts with a shift in your mindset, a choice to rise instead of remaining stuck in the routines that drain your energy and limit your potential. When you open your eyes each day, you're given a gift that millions of people would do anything to have. Another chance to grow, to try again, to improve, to rebuild, and to become the person you've always imagined. You don't need perfect conditions or the approval of others. You only need courage, discipline, and the willingness to take the first step. Even if it's small, even if it feels uncomfortable. Greatness begins on the days when you don't feel motivated, but choose to act anyway. That is the moment you reclaim control of your life. Oh, when you decide to wake up with purpose, you begin to see the world differently. You notice possibilities where you once saw obstacles. You feel strength in the places where you once felt weakness. You stop blaming your circumstances and start shaping your destiny. Every successful person you admire once stood where you stand now, facing doubt, uncertainty, fear, and the temptation to quit. But they chose discipline over comfort, progress over excuses, and consistency over laziness. You can do the same. Your life will not change by accident. It will change by intention. Start by building habits that support the future you want. Wake up earlier, take care of your health, protect your time, and surround yourself with people who inspire growth instead of dragging you backward. The moment you commit to self-improvement, everything around you begins to transform because your actions align with your goals. Change doesn't mean becoming someone else. It means becoming the stronger, wiser, more focused version of who you already are. It means letting go of the excuses that keep you small, breaking the patterns that slow you down, and releasing the negative beliefs you've been holding on to for years. You are capable of so much more than you give yourself credit for. You have talent you haven't explored, strength you haven't tested, and potential you haven't unlocked. But none of that matters unless you make a decision today, not tomorrow, not next week. Today, wake up and remind yourself that your future is worth fighting for. Look in the mirror and say, I am ready to change my life. Even if you don't fully believe it yet, say it until your mind begins to accept it. Actions follow belief, and belief grows with repetition. So start today. Start with one brave choice, one disciplined habit, one step toward the life you want. Don't wait for motivation. Create it through action. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Make this moment perfect by choosing progress over comfort. Your life can change faster than you think when you stop living on autopilot and start taking responsibility for every decision, every morning, every hour. One day you will look back and realize that everything changed the moment you decided to wake up and take control. That moment can be right now. Rise with intention, move with purpose, and build a life you deserve. This is your time, your chance, your turning point. Wake up and change your life today. Waking up and changing your life begins with a simple but powerful decision, a quiet promise you make to yourself before the day even starts. You don't need applause, recognition, or perfect conditions to transform your life. You only need the courage to say, I am ready for something better. Every sunrise brings you a new beginning, a blank page waiting for your actions to write a new story. Most people repeat the same routines, the same habits, the same thoughts, expecting life to magically improve, but real change begins the moment you decide to break the cycle. It starts the moment you refuse to let yesterday dictate today. Every single morning gives you an opportunity to rise with intention, to choose growth over stagnation, and to take one more step toward the life you deserve. The power to change has always been inside you. Waking up and changing your life today begins with a simple moment of awareness, a moment where you stop and recognize that you are not stuck. You are not stuck, you are not powerless, and you are not limited by who you used to be. Every morning before the world gets loud, before responsibilities crowd your mind, you are given a gift, a clean slate, a chance to decide the direction of your day, your habits, your choices, and ultimately your destiny. Most people let that moment pass. They roll out of bed and allow the same patterns, the same doubts, the same fears to take control. But you are not a most people. You are someone who wants more from life, someone who feels the pull of potential within them, someone who refuses to settle for an average existence. The moment you decide that your life is worth improving, everything begins to shift. Change doesn't always start with a dramatic transformation. It starts quietly, internally, with a decision that today will not look like yesterday. When you wake up with intention, you become aware of the power you hold. You understand that every action, no matter how small, contributes to the life you are building. You realize that greatness is not a destination, but a way of living, showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it, Some mornings, motivation will be strong, and you'll be ready to take on the world. But the days that truly define you are the ones when motivation is absent, when your body feels tired, when your mind is filled with doubt, and yet you rise anyway. That is the true essence of discipline. That is the mentality that transforms ordinary individuals into extraordinary ones. You cannot always control what happens around you, but you can always control how you respond, how you think, and how you show up. Changing your life means becoming honest with yourself. It means looking at the habits that drain your energy and deciding to break them. It means acknowledging the excuses you've been holding on to and choosing to let them go. It means taking responsibility for your future, knowing that no one is coming to save you, no one is coming to hand you success, and no one is going to force you to grow. This isn't meant to discourage you. It's meant to empower you. Because once you understand that your transformation is in your hands, you unlock a level of strength that cannot be taken away. You realize that every limitation you believed in was just a story your mind repeated. And stories can be rewritten endless. You can create a new narrative where you are strong, disciplined, focused, and unshakable. The process of changing your life will challenge you. You will face moments that test your patience, your courage, and your determination. You may feel overwhelmed at times. You might even feel like giving up. But every challenge you face is shaping you, teaching you, and preparing you for the next chapter of your journey. Growth does not happen in comfort. Growth happens when you push beyond your limits, when you do the difficult things, even when you're afraid. Every great person you've ever admired had to confront their own fears, failures, and insecurities. The difference between them and those who remain stuck is that they chose action over excuses. They chose progress over perfection. They chose to believe in themselves even when the world doubted them. And you can make that same choice today. To change your life, you must also protect your mind. What you think, believe, and speak becomes the foundation of your reality. If your mind is filled with negativity, fear, or disbelief, your actions will reflect it. But when you fill your mind with purpose, clarity, and determination, your life begins aligning with that mindset. Speak to yourself with encouragement instead of criticism. Replace every I can't with I will learn. Replace every I'm not good enough with I'm getting better every day. Your mind believes what you repeatedly tell it. So feed it strength, not self-doubt. Feed it hope, not fear. Not fear. Feed it discipline, not excuses. You are shaping your future with every thought, every decision, every morning you choose to rise with commitment. The people you surround yourself with also influence your journey. You cannot grow if you stay in environments that stunt your development. You cannot elevate your life while keeping company with those who pull you downward. Surround yourself with individuals who inspire you, challenge you, uplift you, and support your evolution. Protect your time from negativity, gossip, laziness, and habits that no longer align with your goals. Understand that your environment is a silent force, either pushing you forward or holding you back. Changing your life may require distancing yourself from old circles, old habits, and old patterns. But the future waiting for you is worth every sacrifice. When you begin making small, consistent changes, something incredible happens. Your confidence grows, your energy increases, your focus sharpens. You start noticing progress, not only on the outside, but within your mindset. The things that once seemed impossible start to feel achievable. The mountains that once intimidated you become stepping stones. You realize that you were capable all along. You just needed to decide to begin. Momentum builds when you take action, and the more action you take, the more unstoppable you become. This is how transformation works. Slowly at first and suddenly all at once. Imagine the life you want, the peace, the success, the freedom, the confidence, the happiness. All of it is within reach, but it requires your commitment. You must wake up and choose that life every single day, even on the days when you feel tired or discouraged. The future you dream about will not appear by accident. It will grow from your daily habits, your mindset, your decisions, and your perseverance. You don't have to change everything today. You just have to begin today. Start with one new habit, one new mindset shift, one new step toward your vision. Every small improvement compounds over time, creating massive transformation. One day you will look back and realize that everything became different because you made a simple decision to rise, to try, to believe again, to rebuild, to grow. That decision can happen right now. Today can be the day that everything changes. Not because the world suddenly transformed, but because you finally chose to take control of your own destiny. You are stronger than your past, greater than your fears, and more capable than you've ever realized. Your future is waiting, and it belongs to the version of you that decides to act. Wake up and change your life today, because the life you deserve begins the moment you choose to claim it. Waking up and changing your life today begins with a decision so small that many people overlook its importance, yet so powerful that it holds the potential to transform everything you know about yourself. Every morning when your eyes open, you are given a moment of clarity, a moment where the world has not yet demanded anything from you, where your past is not holding you, where your doubts have not yet spoken. And in that silence, you have the chance to choose who you want to be. Most people never use that moment. They rush into the day on autopilot, repeating the same behaviors, the same thoughts, the same limitations. But you are here because something inside you refuses to keep living the same cycle. Something inside you wants to grow, to rise, to become more, to break the patterns that have held you back for too long. Change does not come to the person who waits. It comes to the person who chooses, the person who decides. The person who wakes up with intention and refuses to settle for anything less than the life they know they are capable of living. When you choose to wake up with purpose, the world begins to look different. You start noticing how much time you used to waste, how many excuses you used to depend on, how often you allow fear to slow you down. You begin to become aware of the thoughts that control your actions, the habits that shape your days, and the beliefs that define your identity. Most people believe that transformation happens from the outside, and they think if their circumstances change, then they will change. But the truth is the opposite. Transformation happens from the inside out. When you change your thinking, you change your choices. When you change your choices, you change your habits. When you change your habits, you change your life. And it all starts with waking up and telling yourself, today I will not repeat yesterday. Today I choose growth. Today, I choose discipline. Today, I choose progress. You must understand that your life is built on the foundation of small moments, small decisions, small actions, small habits, repeated again and again. Even the greatest achievements in history were born from humble beginnings. Every champion once struggled. Every successful person once failed. Every strong person once doubted themselves. The difference between those who rise and those who don't is not luck, not talent, not opportunity. It is consistency. It is waking up and showing up even on the days when you feel tired, even on the days when motivation is nowhere to be found, even on the days when your mind tells you to quit. That is where true strength is formed. That is where transformation takes root. Waking up and changing your life is not about one big action. It's about committing to a journey of daily improvement. It's about choosing to become 1% better each day, no matter how small that improvement seems. Changing your life requires courage. Courage to face the truth about yourself. Courage to confront your weaknesses. Courage to break free from your comfort zone. Comfort is seductive. It convinces you that staying the same is easier, safer, better. But comfort is the enemy of growth. Comfort is the trap that keeps millions of people living below their potential. You must be willing to step into discomfort, to challenge yourself, to do the things that scare you, to take the risks that your old self avoided. Every time you push beyond your comfort zone, you expand your capacity. You train your mind to become stronger, your spirit to become braver, and your discipline to become sharper. You begin to see yourself differently, not as someone who is controlled by fear, but as someone who embraces challenges and emerges stronger because of them. To change your life, you must also change how you think about failure. Most people fear failure so deeply that they never even try. They avoid taking risks, avoid pursuing their dreams, avoid stepping into their potential because they are terrified of falling short. But failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Every failure teaches you something. Every setback strengthens you. Every mistake guides you. Failure is not a sign that you should give up. It is a sign that you are trying, learning, evolving, and moving forward. The only true failure in life is giving up. Everything else is feedback. When you wake up and decide to change your life, you must embrace failure as a teacher, not an enemy. Your environment plays a powerful role in shaping your life. The people you surround yourself with influence your mindset, your habits, your energy, and your growth. If you want to change your life, you must surround yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, support you, and push you to become better. You must distance yourself from negativity, from people who doubt your dreams, from people who pull you backward, from people who are content with mediocrity. Protecting your energy is essential. You cannot become your highest self in an environment that keeps you small. You cannot rise while surrounded by those who do not believe in rising. You must choose your circle wisely. You must create an environment that aligns with the future you want, not the past you are leaving behind. Changing your life requires taking control of your habits. Oh, your habits are the quiet forces that shape your future. The small things you do every day determine the person you become. If your habits are weak, your future will be weak. If your habits are strong, your future will be strong. You must build habits that serve you, habits that strengthen your body. Focus your mind, protect your peace, and elevate your purpose. Wake up earlier, move your body. Feed your mind with positive thought, powerful ideas, and meaningful goals. Replace distractions with discipline. Replace procrastination with action. Replace doubt with belief. Every habit you build becomes a brick in the foundation of your new life. Every habit you break removes a barrier between you and your potential. The journey of changing your life will not be easy. It will require sacrifice. It will require patience. It will require perseverance. There will be days when you feel tired, days when you feel discouraged, days when progress seems slow. But those days are the most important. Those are the days that shape your character. Those are the days when you prove to yourself that you are serious about your transformation. Anyone can stay consistent when they feel motivated. Anyone can stay focused when everything is going well. But only those who are truly committed can remain disciplined on the difficult days. And those are the people who rise. Those are the people who achieve extraordinary things. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and your reality. If you want to change your life, you must become disciplined. The way you speak to yourself matters. Your self-talk becomes your belief system, and your belief system becomes your destiny. If you constantly tell yourself that you are not good enough, not strong enough, not capable enough, your mind will believe it, and your actions will reflect it. So will reflect it. But if you speak to yourself with encouragement, confidence, and purpose, your mind will begin to align with that strength. Tell yourself you are capable. Tell yourself you are improving. Tell yourself you are worthy of success. Tell yourself you are becoming stronger every day. Your mind listens to your voice more than anyone else's. Make sure what you say leads you toward growth, not toward limitation. As you begin to change your life, you will notice shifts, not only in your habits and actions, but in your mindset, your energy, your perspective, your identity. You will begin to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You will feel grateful for things you used to take for granted. You will trust yourself more. You will respect yourself more. You will value your time more. You will no longer be attracted to the things that once distracted you. You will no longer tolerate patterns that once limited you. You will begin to evolve into a version of yourself that you once only imagined. This is the beauty of transformation. It begins small, almost unseen, but with consistency and intention, it becomes undeniable. One of the most important steps in changing your life is understanding that progress is not always visible. Just because you cannot see immediate results does not mean you are not growing. A seed does not become a tree overnight. Growth happens beneath the surface long before it appears above the ground. Your efforts are not wasted. Your discipline is not wasted. Your sacrifices are not wasted. Every day you show up, every day you make better choices, every day you push yourself, you are growing, even if you cannot see it yet. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Trust that the hard work you are doing today is shaping the future you will one day step into. Your future is not rigged. Your future is not fixed. Your future is waiting for you to shape it with your decisions. You have the power to rewrite your story. You have the power to create a new identity, a new path, a new destiny. You have the power to rise above your past, no matter how difficult it was. You have the power to become the person you were always meant to be. But that transformation begins with one choice, one simple decision to wake up and take control of your life. Not tomorrow, not next week, not someday, today, right now, in this moment. This is your chance. This is your chance. This is your turning point. You do not need permission. You do not need approval. You do not need perfect conditions. You only need the willingness to begin. Wake up and change your life today. Not because someone told you to, not because you feel pressure, but because you deserve a life filled with purpose, growth, strength, peace, and fulfillment. You deserve to experience your highest potential. You deserve to live with confidence and clarity. You deserve to be proud of the person you are becoming. This is your journey. This is your story. This is your moment to rise. Start today. Start now. And keep going until the life you desire becomes the life you live. When you decide to continue transforming your life, you begin to realize that growth is not a destination you reach. It is a way of living. Every day becomes an opportunity to evolve, to learn, to challenge yourself, and to step into your full potential. You begin to understand that the greatest battles you will ever fight are not with the world around you, but with the thoughts inside your mind. Your mind is powerful, and whatever you allow it to dwell on will shape your reality. If you fill your mind with fear, excuses, and negativity, your life will reflect those thoughts. But if you train your mind to focus on possibilities, strength, purpose, and discipline, your life will rise to match that vision. This is why waking up with intention is so important. Every morning gives you the chance to direct your thoughts toward the life you want to create, instead of letting old patterns dictate your day. As you continue this journey,